I'd like to talk about an issue today that deals with use restrictions. A lot of communities that are not age restricted, in other words, generally called 55 plus, need to be careful when you're putting together any use restrictions with regard to the common areas. For example, I just read a story about a community association that actually was prosecuted by a state human rights organization um, because the association had a rule that said something like children may not play on the common areas, and someone had taken movies of kids playing wiffle ball on the common area, and as a result, and they fined the owners of the units for that. The owners complained to the state human rights department that this was discrimination because it wasn't a 55 plus community, and the bottom line of the matter was that the association was fined for it. My suggestion is, if you are not a 55 plus community, you need to be very careful on how you phrase your rules. Things not to say are things like babies are not allowed in the pool. You need to, or babies must wear rubber pants in the pool. You need to say incontinent persons, because you can be incontinent whether you're 8 months or 80 years old or anywhere in between. Same thing for rules about skateboarding or bicycling on the common elements. Don't say children may not play or ride bikes. Nobody should be able to ride bikes there. Same goes for adults can't play in that community I just mentioned. Adults are prohibited. In other words, you just use the word persons. And if you want to use, for example, a restriction on the rec room or the pool, you say persons under a certain height are prohibited unless accompanied by a person over a certain height. And that lends itself pretty well to pools, for example. If the pool is, say, 48 inches deep before it gets to be 72 inches, maybe you say in a rule that says persons under 48 inches in height may not use the pool unless accompanied by a person over 48 inches in height. And that way the rule is based on objective criteria as opposed to something subjective. So watch those rules and stay out of trouble, and don't get hassled by the Department of Justice or end up in a federal lawsuit. See you next time.